Jungkook, a figure who doesn't seem to follow fashion, but rather makes it bend around him. Every public appearance, every candid capture, every brief moment on the street feels like a quiet statement. There's no announcement, no planned reveal, yet the shift is always there, subtle, deliberate, and impossible to ignore. His daily appearance has become more than just clothing choices. It's a reflection of how one's presence can evolve without needing to prove anything. Jungkook doesn't chase attention. His transformation moves in silence, but its impact lands loudly. The world notices, not because he demands it, but because the shift feels natural, as if every change belongs to the moment itself. The way he transitions from an oversized hoodie to a structured jacket, from dark streetwear to clean, minimalist tones, carries a sense of awareness, not to trends, but to timing. It's not about fashion alone. Jungkook's appearance carries rhythm, a quiet, internal rhythm that guides how he walks, how he carries a coffee cup, how he moves through a crowd without disturbing it, yet always standing out. The fascination comes from this balance. He is both one with the world and completely apart from it. Each outfit, each haircut, each minor adjustment builds an image that feels alive, not designed. What makes Jungkook's daily transformation so mesmerizing is how minor details hold weight. A slightly shorter haircut, a softer shade of brown in his hair, a change in fabric texture, all of it adds up to a larger visual statement. He never overdoes it, yet the result feels complete. It's the kind of change that doesn't scream transformation, but rather whispers it, allowing people to discover it themselves. That discovery is what keeps fans constantly drawn in. There's a discipline behind this subtlety. Every appearance looks effortless, but the consistency suggests thought, care, and a quiet understanding of what suits him best. Jungkook's choices are not random. Even in casual settings, an airport, a studio exit, or a simple night walk, his outfit feels precise. The proportions, the layering, the neutral tones that often carry a touch of rebellion, all feel calculated to mirror who he is that day. In Jungkook's evolution, there's no need for dramatic change. The charm lies in continuity, the ability to stay familiar, while still surprising everyone. It's this tension between comfort and curiosity that makes people watch him closely. Fans notice when his silhouette shifts from loose and boyish to sleek and mature, when his jewelry becomes simpler, or when he trades bright sneakers for muted leather boots. Each move feels intentional, a form of quiet storytelling through appearance. What separates Jungkook's daily transformation from typical celebrity styling is authenticity. His look doesn't feel like a marketing decision. It feels lived in. Over time, what he wears has grown with him, mirroring his shift from youthful charm to an unshakable self-assurance. The visuals carry traces of his journey, from a teenager finding his image to a global figure who defines his own space. In many ways, his current style feels like the culmination of years spent observing, adjusting, and refining. He no longer seems interested in proving his appeal, it's already understood. Instead, his focus seems to have shifted toward comfort that doesn't sacrifice presence. His daily appearance blends structure and ease, reflecting someone who has learned that true style doesn't shout, it sustains. You can see this evolution in the way he pairs simplicity with intention. A black tee with a tailored coat, soft denim with crisp accessories. Nothing feels excessive, yet everything feels thought through. Jungkook has mastered restraint, the art of wearing less to express more, and that's what separates his visual narrative from others. This evolution isn't only external. It mirrors a quiet maturity, one that doesn't require performance. Fans can sense when he's in tune with himself, And it shows through the calm precision in his look. His clothing choices no longer appear like trends he's trying to catch up with. Instead, they move in harmony with who he's become. The appeal lies in that authenticity, in seeing someone who doesn't need to change for attention, but who naturally becomes new each day through subtle refinement. The fascinating part about Jungkook's daily transformation is how his ordinary moments feel cinematic. When he's seen leaving a cafe in neutral-toned layers, the scene looks curated even though it isn't. When he wears loose pants with a fitted top, the proportions speak the language of confidence. When his hair catches natural light, it seems planned even though it's spontaneous. He turns everyday moments into visual compositions. There's a quiet dialogue between Jungkook and the camera, even when the camera isn't invited. The way he moves through daily spaces suggests someone aware of how presence works. His outfits don't just decorate him. They frame his motion. There's a sense of flow in his look, where nothing feels fixed. It's as if he's rewriting the rules of what casual can mean, unforced but unforgettable. What's captivating is that this transformation happens continuously. Fans don't wait for official events to see what's next. They watch the in-between moments, the airport photos, the candid clips, the quick live streams. Each of these moments contributes to a collective impression that Jungkook doesn't just wear fashion, he lives it. His daily life becomes the runway, but not in a performative way. It's the way he fills space, the way his confidence redefines simplicity. Confidence has always been a subtle companion in Jungkook's image. It's never loud or staged. It flows through how he carries himself. His posture, his gaze, his calm movements all contribute to how his style lands. Even in the most relaxed fits, he exudes precision. He doesn't need bold prints or bright colors to stand out. His impact comes from control, knowing when to hold back and when to reveal. This understanding transforms his daily appearance into something more than fashion. It becomes a reflection of identity, not one built for show, but one that feels integrated with his sense of self. Jungkook has reached the point where his look no longer tries to impress anyone. It simply aligns with his rhythm, his personality, his day. That's what makes him compelling. You can sense a quiet power in his restraint. When others overstate, he simplifies. When others decorate, he edits. His transformation doesn't rely on spectacle. It thrives on subtle refinement. And fans, consciously or not, connect to that calm authority, the kind that doesn't ask for attention but naturally receives it. The beauty of Jungkook's changing appearance lies in how it mirrors time. Each new look feels like a small chapter, not separate, but linked to what came before. The growth feels organic. From the early days of bright hair colors and bold streetwear to today's softer, understated tones, there's a visible dialogue between past and present. It's as if every version of Jungkook still lives in the next one, just reshaped, refined, and more at ease. This sense of progression gives his style emotional weight. The familiarity remains, but the tone shifts like a melody that matures with each replay. When fans see him now, they're not just seeing a fashion icon. They're witnessing continuity. It's this continuity that creates connection, the sense that his evolution belongs to everyone who has followed his journey. Jungkook's look tells a story of balance, between self-expression and subtlety, between change and stability. It's never about reinvention for shock value, it's about progression that feels earned. His transformation becomes a reminder that growth doesn't need to be loud to be profound. It can be as simple as changing how you wear the same jacket or how you stand when no one's watching. For Jungkook, daily doesn't mean ordinary. It means grounded but with awareness. Every piece he wears feels like it belongs to his world. Even when dressed simply, there's always a quiet layer of sophistication, a certain drape, a certain way a sleeve falls, a certain rhythm in his stride. Fans can recognize him from afar, not because of extravagance, but because his sense of proportion, texture, and movement is uniquely his. His presence has become a visual signature. Whether in monochrome layers or a plain white tee, Jungkook manages to project a distinct identity that doesn't depend on logos or trends. It's the difference between wearing something and embodying it. His daily looks are less about styling and more about coherence, the way each piece, each gesture, each expression fits into an unspoken composition. He understands the visual language of simplicity, how minimalism, when paired with the right energy, becomes powerful. That's what keeps fans drawn in. Every appearance feels familiar yet fresh, effortless yet refined. His evolution has turned the act of dressing into a quiet performance, one that doesn't need words or staging to make people feel something. What makes Jungkook's daily transformation lasting isn't just what he wears, it's what he communicates without saying anything. His appearance reflects consistency, self-awareness, and quiet strength. There's a feeling of steadiness in how he shows up, no matter the setting. Even the smallest details, his hair pushed back, a rolled sleeve, the tone of his shirt feel intentional, as if they hold fragments of his current state of mind. Every time he steps out, the audience feels the shift, not because of extravagance, but because the energy has changed. That's why his daily transformation remains fascinating. It reflects his ongoing dialogue with himself. Each look feels like a snapshot of who he is that day. And that's something no stylist, no brand, no trend can manufacture. Jungkook's appearance is not a surface. It's an extension of identity. The calm evolution seen through his clothes, his hair, and his posture reflects an understanding of balance that few possess. It's not about perfection, it's about awareness. And through that awareness, he continues to turn everyday simplicity into something magnetic. His fans know this. They don't just admire what he wears, they recognize the truth behind it. That's why each change matters. The fascination lies not in the outfit itself, but in the person who makes it come alive. Jungkook's transformation is never a costume. It's a reflection of quiet mastery, the kind that grows, refines, and continues to mesmerize even in silence. Every piece Jungkook wears seems to have a purpose. The way a collar sits, the way his pants taper, the way a chain rests against his neck. These small, almost invisible details form the architecture of his appearance. That's why even the simplest combination feels balanced. His choices reflect awareness. You can sense that he understands proportion, how to make something oversized still feel tailored, how to pair contrast textures without clashing, how to keep layers light but structured. These are the small decisions that most overlook, yet they shape how people perceive him. And then there's color. Jungkook often gravitates toward monochrome tones, blacks, whites, grays, muted browns. But he uses them not as limitation, but as atmosphere. Each shade he wears seems to match his current phase, calm, focused, reflective. Even when he adds color, soft blues, creams, or dark greens, it feels like part of a larger mood rather than an experiment. Jungkook's transformation isn't mechanical. His look changes as his mood shifts. When he's relaxed, his outfits become looser, softer, more natural. When he's focused, his lines sharpen cleaner, tighter, more deliberate. It's as if his clothing mirrors the tone of his day. That's why fans find his appearance relatable yet unreachable at the same time, because it carries both human spontaneity and perfect execution. He doesn't seem to plan for attention, but that's exactly why he gets it. The effortlessness in his transformation is not the absence of effort. It's the mastery of it. To appear so natural requires awareness of proportion, light, posture, timing. Jungkook understands that fashion is not about dressing up, but about aligning your inner rhythm with the moment you're in. His daily visuals often tell this story without words. A photograph of him waiting for a car, looking away from the camera, captures something brands spend millions to create authenticity that cannot be replicated. That's why fans react so strongly. They're not only seeing an outfit, they're witnessing the visual honesty of someone comfortable with who he is. There was a time when attention came from extravagance, bright colors, statement logos, bold styling. But Jungkook's approach reversed that. His evolution made simplicity desirable again. The fascination now lies in quiet refinement, in the kind of presence that doesn't require explanation. His influence has shifted how others perceive daily wear. What used to be considered too plain now feels aspirational because he wears it. It's not imitation, it's recognition. People see how he transforms basics into identity. A black cap and white shirt on him don't look like staples. They look like confidence distilled. This is the transformation fans admire most, not only in appearance, but in how it changed perception. Jungkook's evolution proved that impact doesn't come from standing out, but from standing firm in simplicity. That's a visual philosophy, not a trend. And it continues to shape how people interpret fashion, presence, and personality in a time when noise often overshadows nuance. Today, Jungkook's daily look sits in perfect balance. It carries maturity without losing freshness, confidence without ego, minimalism without coldness. He has found a visual point where every choice feels organic. His presence, once bright and restless, now feels steady and deliberate. You can sense it in how he dresses now: neutral layers, structured outerwear, clean sneakers, subtle accessories. There's calm precision in each look, a sense that he knows what fits his rhythm. Even when photographed unknowingly, he looks composed not because he's posing, but because he's centered. This version of Jungkook reflects what happens when style and identity finally align. There's no separation between who he is and how he appears. His transformation isn't about changing, it's about refining. Every stage before led to this clarity, this state of quiet confidence that speaks louder than any color could.